after the first discovers the cave left, the tree was still there. And the people from Hayward would come up from town and they would crawl up the hill and down the hole and down the tree and explore the cave and come back out and up the tree and back home again. Well, by the late 1800s, today, watch that. The other thing in this room for safety is if anybody's feeling a little anxiety or claustrophobia, the first 200 feet of the cave are going to be the most difficult part for you because it's the tightest part of our cave tour. If you get down here and you decide that your heart's pounding and this really isn't that much fun, that's okay if you go back. We lose about 2% of our guests to claustrophobia. If you go back to the front desk, they will happily refund your ticket. And then if you go out to our front deck and look at the horizon, your heart rate will come back down to where you don't feel like you're gonna die anymore. As we go through the first couple hundred feet, because it is fairly narrow, there's no place for me to gather you as a group and talk to you. So about the next 5 minutes of our cave tour is simply going to be us walking through a cave. You're welcome to take pictures. All we ask is please don't drift behind everybody or hold everything up. And then you can think of questions as well. And
oh man, did you think you won't take?
Oh, it's like
head back there, you pull the roll.
I need oh here so they can.
I know. People always get quiet in the cave. I don't know if they think it's all coming down. I promise it's not, by the way. It's not gonna come down. So. You've been pretty loud here a few times. Nothing's ever happened.
Have you ever picked rocks up off the floor that fell?
No, I have not. The only time I have rocks kind of on the edges is occasionally I'll have people leave the tour path and try to get up into something like that and kick stuff loose.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Did you guys go to the Jewel Cave by chance?
In the past,
Okay.
Wynn and Jewel in the past.
We haven't, yeah, we were not gonna make those ones, so we.
One of them that we were gonna go to was recommended.
They hold me.
Right.
Yeah,
I hate that they even start or something.
Yeah. Wasn't that Wynn too? She said that was the best variation. Yeah, I know. We came one night.
Oh.
Well, Niagara would be the one.
exercise.
All right, I'll get Howard to talk again. Did you guys catch your breath? I'll tell you a little bit about the room. So this room was discovered in 1920 by Virgil Williams. Now, a tradition in caving is if you find a room, you have the obligation to name it. So Virgil found this room, and he's the one that got to name it. And he was a very good explorer, but not very creative. And he came into this big room and named this the Big Room. Obviously, your eyes are drawn to the ceiling and all these things hanging above us. These are called brick formations. Specifically, these are called stalactites. About 120 feet above us is the top of the hill, which is fairly flat. If you've done the coaster today, when you get that little building up top, we're about 100 yards off to your right and straight down inside the hill. This room, or these formations, excuse me,
Pretty small.
are created when
Small
water seeps
stalactite.
through the vegetation soil up above, down through the
Tiny,
limestone,
big as
down
a
in
house.
the cave. As it seeps down through the limestone, it actually has a chemical reaction with the limestone and brings the mineral with it. Well, once that drop of water with mineral gets down in this room and it evaporates, the mineral can't evaporate. So the mineral gets left behind on the ceiling. And so that's what these are. These are called stalactites, and they're made of a material called calcite. Now, if a drop of water has enough water, I'll send you up there just a minute and get real close to it. All right, guys. This part of the cave, I have just a few things to tell you about. To my right, if you can see it, or if you come down, you'll see it. I have my flashlight sitting on top of a small stalagmite. And all these things, stalactites and stalagmites, are made of a material called calcite. And one of the characteristics of calcite is that it's translucent. So when you set my light down, you can see how it diffuses the light, makes the whole formation glow. If I were to do that with
Let me take a picture of my ass. Here. Here, steady.
Go ahead. Oh my gosh. You're killing me.